Wow, the connection is really bad. Let me see. There's someone popped up. How is the connection? Because I usually use my 4G to do lives, and right now it's like it says unable to connect to chat. Hello. It's the start of something new. Be alright to be here with you. Wow. Now to see what it looks like. And if this is a failure, I'm gonna have to redo this. I feel in my heart, yeah, wow, start of something new. It's working. Okay. Let me remind whoever I can remind to come to join the live. Video for you. Let me add the link. How you doing? Who else is here? I actually can't see who's here. Wait, is there a way to know who's here? No, there is no way. Oh, participants. Oh, it's only me and my other accounts and you. Well, I guess if it's gonna be only you, then I guess it is what it is, you know. Okay, maybe it was a bad idea to go live. Maybe I should have just been like, you know, a proper human being and just filmed the video, cut, edited it. But yeah, whatever, it's fine. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna start. I've prepared like a train of thoughts for this video because I want to keep it as short as and concise as possible and say the most important stuff. So wait, let me get my list. Is you can hear me properly? Okay, whatever. So this video is about what I wish I knew before moving to London. So I don't know who knows, but I live in England, in Nottingham right now. But right now I'm in Belgium. And so back in 2015, I decided to move to London. Why? Because I used to study business administration in Brussels, and I don't know, I wasn't really happy with my study choice, and my mom was telling me that, oh my god, like I don't think this is for you, and I was like, no, I'm gonna do it. And then eventually I wasn't happy with it, and then she was like, okay, just change. How about you move to London and then you study there? So I was like, ooh, okay, this sounds like a good idea. But I was just trying to escape. I needed to be in a new place. This was just like the perfect thing. So I chose London. And whoop, woohoo. When I tell you it was a bumpy ride, it was a bumpy ride. It was stressful. It was very stressful. So first of all, when I first went to London, so before I started the whole thing, I was meant to study fashion design, yeah, in London, because that's what I liked. I was gonna do that. And so the first problem was that I made my decision way too late, way too close. And for those who know, like for London, like if you want to study fashion design, you have to start applying by April. But I only made my decision in July or something like that. So it was like, shit, I need to find a place. I found the school, but it got cancelled. That's a whole lot of story. And so the first time I went to London, so at first I went to look for like like to do paperwork, and I was looking for like an apartment. So before leaving to London, I had like a list of places I wanted to visit. Listen, first thing you had to know is that you have to be independent. Now, I'm not saying I'm not independent, but I wasn't independent open like that. Like, I wasn't brave. I was fake brave back in the days. I was fake brave. I wasn't like brave. In the sense that, like, I was able to find apartments, but it was hard for me to, actually approach people and be like, yeah, I'm looking for this. I need a space in the flat. It was hard for me. Like, I could do all the research. However, doing the human contacts, like contacting people and telling them, yeah, I'm interested in the flat, that was hard for me. Contacting uni, that was hard for me too. When I tell you it was a mess, it was a mess. Yeah, as I said, the first thing I did was go to London, and then I found like this Korean guest house because my ass was craving Korean food. So I found this guest house, and then the owner was really nice. So this is the first place I lived. I lived there for like 1 month before moving to a flat. Listen, I don't know. I mean, with my mom, we're not like super well off. It's like my mom raised me by herself, so she's working. I did part-time jobs. Obviously, I had like a small capital, but it got wasted in housing and stuff like that, because things I wish I knew. I wish I knew that housing was very expensive in England, especially in London. I wish I knew that housing was expensive. I knew it was expensive. However, I did not fully realize how expensive it was. I went there with like, I don't know, I think I had like 3,000 euros, something like that. I went there with this much money for starters. And so I booked the guest house, the Korean guest house, and then I was looking for a flat. Listen, I was using money. I was being dumb. I wish I knew not to be dumb. This is like stuff I regret. Like, I was spending way too much money. Listen, again, London is not a cheap city unless you really know your whereabouts and you know everything. For someone that is like, just moved there without any like, close friends or anything, you need to be careful. You need to be saving that bag. Listen, that's really important. That's one of my biggest regrets. Yeah. I searched for housing. Before I left, I had found this apartment that would have been perfect. The price was not too much, but if you're looking for a decent place, just know, prepare yourself to at least put in 500 quid, which is in euros. How much is that in euros? 600 euros at least, and that is for like a small room. I was looking for places everywhere, on Spare Room, on Facebook, everything, and I visited a few places. Some places were like shady. That's the thing you have to know. You need to be careful when looking for housing in London, especially. You can be scammed real quick. Just be careful. I found a place. Oh my God. Do not eat at. Listen, I got scammed in London, like housing wise. I got scammed because I needed a place. It was either I moved into that place or I lived in the streets, and I do not belong to the streets. Oh my God. No. Yeah, this is something else I wish I had known. Housing. Be ready. What I would advise is, looking for like people who are looking for flats together, and and divide. Find a place together, look for a place. This is gonna be your redemption. This is gonna be very important if you're looking for places. And cause woo, hi. So yeah, I really advise finding other people to rent a flat with, because that's like, yeah. Unless you're balling and your parents are like rich, or you're rich, or you're balling, you can afford to spend 700 quid on a place for yourself. Be ready to have that cash ready. This is something I didn't do. I had a certain amount, but I wasted it being wasteful. And woo, when I tell you I was broke, and you don't even realize I was broke. Hello, hi. When I tell you I was broke, I was like proper broke. It was not a joke. I had never been this broke in my life. Oh, this is why me and London, we're like in a love and hate relationship, because right now, I mean, by now I've made peace with London, but there was a time where I did not even want to hear anything about London. Okay, something else that I wish I had known. Transport. Woo! Yo, again, as I said, I was like a dumb kid, and I was always taking the tube, the underground, thinking like nothing had consequences, taking the tube to go everywhere, not really taking the bus this much. My money left like that, and I was buying weekly passes. Like, I was balling, and my mom was like Paris Hilton or something like that. Woo! Again, transportation. Be ready to, because that shit costs. I mean, a way to strategize is to take the bus. Mostly, like the bus is 150, so you can change once and still use the same. So that became my friend. The bus became my friend, because like that, the underground, chai, that shit can cost. Which brings me to the next point. London. This may be an unpopular opinion, but London is uselessly huge. London is huge for no effing reason. Don't come for me. I said what I said, and I meant what I said, and that's on period. I just think London is way too big for no fucking reason. Sorry, I did not mean to curse. Why? You're trying to get from point A. Like, I was living in Canary Wharf, and I had to go all the way to Oxford Station. Now listen, like, now that I was like trying to be, save my money, I would take the bus, but that would mean I would be on the bus for more than 1 hour. Tell me why? Tell me why? I have to. Excuse me, are you joking with me, Like, it's huge for no reason. I like my Brussels. Brussels is so... If I need to be in the city centre, I can just walk. Everything is in walking distance. Forget that about London. I mean, I guess it's like Paris, I guess. I mean, whoever, like, if you live in Paris, I guess, and you like Paris, then it's good for you. I don't know. But I just think that London is uselessly huge. I said what I said, like, don't come for me. Anyone has anything to say about that? I think the fuck not. So yeah, so hi, welcome from the Philippines. Wow, woo. Hi, welcome. Thank you for watching. So city transport expensive. Yeah, be ready. You need that thing. You need the money. You need the bag. I'm just telling you. What I wish, or something else I wish I had known. People. I mean, it's not negative, actually. It's a positive point. No one gives a shit about what you're wearing. No one gives a shit about your outfits. No one stares at you if you're dressed in a special way, because everyone, I guess, I mean, there's a lot of young people, and everyone has their own style. So no one really looks at you. Like, sometimes if I dress up like interestingly, I would have people stare at me once in a while. Whereas in London, like, no one gives a shit about what you're wearing. Everyone is free. Good vibes, very good vibes. So that's something to expect. So finances, shit. To get a bank account, a lot of paperwork. I mean, not a lot of paperwork, but kind of a lot of paperwork. You need to have a backup. What I had to do was go all the way to Derby, where my aunt lived, to open a bank account before coming back, because you need a lot. The NI. Oh my god. Yes. But something else that was major is finances for studying. So as I already said, I went there to study. I moved to London to study initially. And when I was looking online, like when I was doing my research, choosing unis, like I was hesitating between like UAL, Instituto Marangoni, and all these things. And as I was looking, I was seeing those 9Ks, those 10Ks, those 15Ks, and I was thinking, woo! I mean, studying in Belgium is basically free. You know what I mean? Like, studying in Belgium is basically free. You don't even have to pay that much, like maximum 1K a year. But even that money, you don't really have to pay for it. And you expect me to jump from that basically free to 9K a year. Listen, I was so scared. I was thinking, how the hell? Like, my mom told me, yeah, go study in London. And then I'm thinking, how do I break it down to her that studying in London, I mean in the UK in general, in England, is going to cost me 9K a year at least. Thankfully, I was a EU student, so we pay the same price as like the English students. But with the Brexit now, it's changed. We're probably going to be paying the international students fare, but that's a whole different story. When I tell you, I didn't know what to do. But thank God there is a thing called student finances. It's like a student loan thingy. At first, I didn't know, and which is why I didn't push forward to study fashion design, because I was like, how am I going to pay for that? It wasn't until the year after that I sorted the whole thing out, and you get the oh wow, I'm out of breath, and you get the student loans and you get the money support. Otherwise, chai. So I definitely if you're trying to study in England, like I definitely recommend looking into student finances. Because you get a loan, and I think you have to pay that loan back when you make a certain amount yearly. So they don't start charging you until you earn a certain amount yearly, and then you're good to go. So yeah, that really helped me. You don't get a maintenance loan like the English students. They get like money like 3 times a year to support their studies. Be ready not to get that. But if you're if you're from Belgium, for example, you can ask your country for like for financial support. I mean, Belgians are very stingy, so they didn't give me much. But it is what it is. I tried, but applying for uni, UCAS is a devil. UCAS is demonic. I don't care what anyone says. UCAS is not it. I mean, I did hear that English students get support from their schools when they're about to graduate. Like at school, like counselors help them out to figure out how to go through the UCAS process. However, myself, and I had to do this by myself. And I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. That shit hurted my head. I had headaches. Every time I would like click UCAS, like UCAS was shortlisted on my computer, on my browser, as soon as I would open my computer and click on Google Chrome, UCAS would be appearing. That site, Jesus Christ, that site was getting on my nerves. It was so complicated. There were so many steps. I mean, they looked quite straightforward, but it wasn't really straightforward. Expect to do a lot of paperwork. You know, if you're not from an English speaking country, shame on you. No, not shame on you. I pity you. You're about to struggle because you have to translate your diploma. You have to translate everything to English. Good luck. Good luck. That's a lot of running around. That's what I did. I did a lot of running around. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah. UCAS is evil. And that's on period. Like, that site is not. First of all, I hated writing motivation letters and stuff like that. So you have to write a whole cover letter, motivation letter. I just wanted to be like, hi, my name is Donna Christie. I'm from this la la la. Da 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 da. Listen. Oh my God, no. I mean, actually, wherever you go, whichever uni you're supposed to go, you're gonna have to write it. But I did not write shit. How? Why? Do you want to know? It's a whole different story. I finessed the whole system and did not have to go through UCAS. If you want to know how I did that, comment it and I might do a video. But I guess it was luck and also my inability to do stuff when I said I was going to do them. Last minute spirit, last minute. Oh, yup. Last minute bitches. That's me. I'm last minute. So yeah, studies. What else did I wish I knew? Listen. If your parents are not balling, prepare to work. Prepare to find yourself a part-time job or something like that. Good thing there is a lot of stuff. There is a lot. I mean, if you're not looking for like a permanent positions, there is like jobs where you can do temporarily, and jobs you can, it's fine. It's easy to work. I don't know what country you're from, but the pay can be varied. Like, I feel like in Belgium, when I'm in Belgium, I earn more money than when I'm in England, like London. When I was in London, it is what it is. But I guess every country has their wages, and but I personally always earned more when I was in Belgium. So what I would do was that holidays, I would come back to Belgium, work until I died, and take that money back. Because listen, woo. But like, something else I wish I knew. Hey, Chai, do you like partying? Well, prepare for a semi disappointment, but also good thing. I feel like London wise, it's more about house parties rather than going out. I mean, if you're a pop person, be my guest. I'm not a pop person. Like, I don't need mainstream music. If you want to go to like, on a night out, like clubbing or something like that, and you want some decent music, expect for the night to be young. What do I mean by that? Just know that the night is going to start at 9 p.m. and club is going to close at 3 a.m. max. And for what? It's for what? Yeah, I like house parties. Like, house parties is life. But just know that you're going to be... that. I was so shocked because I'm used to, like, if I go out, it's going to be till 5 a.m. or something like that, 5 or 6. But no, it ends at 2 or 3. I was so shocked. And then I would see people running to go to convenience stores to buy, like, the beer or something like that. And I was, like, so confused. And I found that, like, in some places in London, like, you can't buy drinks until, like, there's, like, a certain time limit to buy drinks or something like that, and otherwise you have to go to a bar or something like that. I mean, I'm not really a beer person, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, house parties are cool, but you need to know the right people. Hello, hiya. You need to know the right people to enjoy yourself in London. Personally, that is what I think. So if you're like a fashion student, you're good. I mean, if you're a student, you're good. But I think what the issue was with me was that my course got cancelled, and so I was just hanging out with my friends from the Korean guest house, and we had like similar. I don't know. We had different goals in life. Not that I don't like them. Like we're doing a thing, but I was missing like interaction with like people that are, you know, let's say people who are creative or something like that. People I can totally relate to. I mean, I was missing that. But if you know the right people, just know you're gonna have fun. The music is good. The music is good if you go to the right places, especially like, I don't know, if you go to Camden, there's like nice places, and if you go Shoreditch, of course, yeah, there's some nice places. What else? What else did I want to talk about? I don't know. What else did I want to say? Yeah, these are stuff I wish I knew before moving to London. Yeah, I said it all. Housing wise, studies, transportation, the people, job opportunities. Yeah. Hi. I guess before I end this story, I'm gonna give you a small story time. So the flat I lived in. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Listen, this is what I'm telling you. You need to know what you're getting yourself into, and not just like blindly get into something because you're desperate. Let me drink something real quick. So yeah, when I moved London, so I found this flat, and it was on Facebook, I think, and I contacted my braid is coming out, very embarrassing. So I contacted this girl, and I got in touch with this one girl, and she got back to me. She was really friendly. You know, she was actually young. She was probably not much older than I was, and working for this real. Anyways, she was a realtor, I think. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So yeah, and so she advertises this one place, tells me that the price is going to be 500 quid or something like that. And the apartment looks really nice. The apartment looks really nice. I didn't have time to prepare pictures. I would have shown you, but the apartment looks really nice. The location is not too bad. So I was like, Jesus Christ, oh Lord, you have come through. You were doing it for me. Although the price was a bit too expensive, I was hoping to negotiate to go down. But what I didn't know was that one company is a scam. Why? So basically, I mean, I guess in whichever line of work you do, I guess they're allowed to like bump up the price accordingly. But there was like a base price, like a basic price, and then they were allowed to go higher so that they could, you know, earn some extra money out of it. And that girl, she got me. I was a clown. Listen, I was dumb. I believed in people too much. She told me that, you know, because she knows that I am a student, because she knows that I'm alone, I'm a girl, I'm trying to survive in a city like London, she is going to do something she's never done for me. She is going to discount the rent for me because, you know, she could relate to me. Liar. Chai! This girl, I was like so touched. I called my mom and I was like, yo, I met this really nice girl. She, like, because she could relate to me, she told me that she could like lower the price down. And my mom was like, oh, bless her. And I was thinking, wow, things are going well. I mean, although the price is it's not like what I wanted, is already really good. So I go to visit the apartment, and nothing to say. The apartment is neat. It's clean. It's not carpet, like it's parquet, wood. I don't know how to call it in English, but there's no carpet. Like there's a lot of apartments, housing in England. There's a lot of carpet, and I'm not like a fan of carpet unless I know it's my carpet. Like in this place at home here in Belgium, we have carpet, but that is carpet we put here ourselves. So it's not like other people have been walking on that carpet and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like it's only me, myself, and I, and my mother, and then a few guests that have stepped foot on this carpet. So I know in detail, I know the history of this carpet in detail. Everything is fine. There is trust between me and the carpet, yeah. So there was no carpet, so I was happy because I could control the floor. I could clean the floor, wipe it completely, and make sure it's pot clean. So I visit the apartment, the room. The room is not that big. It's like there is a size. There was enough size for like one single bed, and then there was like an extra thing, and then there was like a veranda, a balcony. And mistake number one, I did not check for the heater. I was just so happy about how big the windows were, and that there was a balcony, and I was just happy about the flat that I did not look into details. This is something I wish I knew. Wherever you go, if you're looking into a flat, be sure to check every single detail. Do not feel embarrassed, because at the end of the day, if something is wrong, if something does not please you, you're going to be paying and you're going to be living there. What I didn't do was check for the location of the heater. What I didn't do was check that everything was working perfectly in the bathroom. There was like one huge bathroom with like a bath, beautiful bathroom, beautiful. And then there was like extra toilets. And I was thinking, wow, and the kitchen is so nice. And then there's like I had like a private living room with another refrigerator and a table and a sofa, because my room was smaller. So they told me that place would be exclusively for me. And I was like, okay, even if my room is slightly small, I'm thinking, it's only to sleep, and otherwise I can just be in the living room. I was thinking, yeah. But what I did not know is, first of all, that heater was not in my room. Do you know what these people, do you know what they did? That basically there was a room next to mine. They actually divided my room and the other room, like it was like one big room initially, and they divided it and they put like a cardboard wall in between. Like, do you have no respect? And I didn't know that. Like, I didn't think about knocking to see, because it looked like a proper wall. It was white, and I didn't see that, if I knock, it's nothing. Like, I'm pretty sure that if I was like, boom, it would break. Do you know what I mean? So that was my mistake. I did not see that the walls were really thin. I did not see that the heater they kept it in the other room. Like, the way they divided the room, the heater ended up in the room next to mine, and I did not have heating. When I tell you it was cold, I said, it's cold in here. The month's in the atmosphere. I said, it was cold. It was cold. And at first it was fine, because that room was free. There was no one next to me for for a long time. So I was like, okay, I only have to worry about being cold. And so I was like, yo, there's no heater. Get me a heater. But that was like the start of me being a more responsible and, you know, firm person. I was still that softie. Like I didn't know how to come up for myself properly. But, you know, I was starting to make amends because I wasn't happy. And so I was like, there's no heating in my room. Hello? And so they were like, oh, sorry. So they bought me like a heater, and they came to like a portable heating. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I like it. I don't mind it completely. Different problem, the bathroom. What I did not know is that they were struggling with heating, with the hot water for a long time already. I did not know that. Like, the hot water was not working. Mind you, I came in around November, October. Outside was started to get cold, and you know, I get a hot shower. And from the first day, like when I moved in, like when I went into shower, I could shower with hot water for only like 5 minutes, and then it turned cold, and I was like, hey, Chai, what is happening? I did not sign up for this. I messaged the girl and I was like, excuse me, huh? Why is the heating not working? Why is the hot water not working? She's like, oh, sorry, we recently fixed it, but we thought it was working. And I'm like, oh, so you did not care to mention to me that there was issues with the water? You were acting like everything was like Quintana, everything was fine with that apartment. Excuse me, who do you think I am? A softie. I was still a softie. Okay. So I'm like displeased. I'm starting to be displeased, and the Donna that does not let shit go through was starting to jump. You know, it was like, it was waking up. That part of me was waking up. And so yeah, mind you, ever since I moved into that flat, so like 1 month later, in 1 month, I only had a proper hot water shower, only like 10 times or something like that. They kept coming to, you know, fix it, and it was never completely fixed. And then they would be like, no, we just sent someone in. I was like, hey. And then a new layer, someone moved in next to me. It was this Italian girl. Chai, excuse me. This is when I realized that the walls was not walls, like it was paper walls. I could hear every single thing she did, and she had no manners at all. Like, I tried to be respectful, knowing that, you know, we could hear each other perfectly. I would, you know, avoid making calls at certain hours, you know, not to wake her up or something like that. But she would be on the phone and she'd be like, prosciutto and everything. And I'm thinking, oh, you're rude. How can you be calling at 3 a.m. and you're loud and I can hear every single detail? And oh, my mom is home. And then she would bring over guys. Yup, I could hear everything. Bonjour, je fais une vidéo. I could hear every single detail of what she was doing in her room. Okay, other than that, next up. So yeah, the heating problem was not getting fixed. Like, the hot water problem was not getting fixed. And the whole flat, I think there was like 4 rooms, 4 or 3 rooms, 4 rooms. And we were all not happy. So we decided to boycott that company. And this is when I did research. I looked up that company online, and I saw so many messages of people, so many forums, people saying they're scammers. They recently changed their name into this. Be careful. If you move out, you're not going to get your deposit back. And I was like, excuse me? First of all, I'm already a bit broke. And you're gonna tell me that if I leave this place, I'm not gonna get my deposit back. You must be shitting me. You must be joking with me. I do not want to accept this. So what I did was like, yeah, we boycotted them. We didn't pay rent for like, they did, the other ones didn't pay rent for like 2 months, I think. And I pushed it. I was like, listen, first of all, you did me wrong. I'm not gonna pay that rent. I'm not even joking. They started to threaten me. They're like, we're gonna take you to court, to the police. And I was like, okay. Well, I was sending them the screenshots of like other people saying that they got scammed, did not get their deposit back. They were like, yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna take your stuff out of that place. And I was like, be my guest. Be my guest. I'm just gonna take you to the police station and we're gonna talk over there. And who knows, like, you might have to pay me instead. Do you know what I mean? And so I knew they were scared. Because they weren't really retaliating. Like, they weren't really doing much. They were trying to make me scare me, but I was like, no, hell no. Like, after so much suffering, I'm thinking, no more, no mass, no more. Do you know what I mean? And so yeah. I did not pay rent. They did not give me my deposit back, but it's fine because it's like I got my deposit back because I didn't pay rent for like a certain amount of time. They were like, yeah, we're gonna take your deposit to pay the rent. And I was like, fine by me. I don't give a shit. Do you know what I mean? I didn't care because, you know, oh, what else did I find out? So there was someone else I had contacted about a flat. Turns out it was the same flat on Facebook. And I never got back to the other guy because the other girl messaged me and, you know, she, you know, but the other guy wanted to give me that same room at a much cheaper price. He was honest. He didn't bump up the price like she did. And I was like, oh my God. I was so upset at her. And then she messaged me. She was like, oh, you betrayed my trust. You know, I told you that I could relate to you. And how dare you not pay the rent? And I'm like, how dare you scam me like that? Like, if there was someone that was not honest, it was you. So don't come at me. And she's like, no, but I'm only trying to make money. And I'm like, okay. I'm only trying to survive. And then she started apologizing, you know, like, because I think she was like, you know, she was getting in trouble as well and she needs to get paid. I mean, that company is a mess. Like, she started complaining about that company and I was like, sis, we are not friends. The friend privileges have been revoked the moment that you lied to me and bumped up the price and pretended like you gave me a huge discount. I was like, this is, yup, it's over. Like, no, I don't care if you're not happy about that company. You're gonna have to set it with them because as far as I'm concerned, you were fine with that company when you were scamming me, but now that everyone has decided to not pay the rent and this and that, and you know, everyone has decided to boycott that company, all of a sudden you have stuff to say about them and their methods. I'm like, no, leave me alone. I'm out. So yeah. So I was just over the whole London thing, and I ended up taking all my money, going back to Belgium, and then I went to Korea for 3 months just to do something different, and it was the best decision I ever made. So yeah, as I said earlier, my current you know, sentiment about London is like, for now, it's a city I would go to for like 1 week or something like that, unless I get like a job in my field of studies, and there's like really nice people. I make some really nice friends. Yeah. Otherwise, London is not for me. Like, I don't feel like living in London. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that was my whole story time. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I gave you information for anyone that is interested in moving to London or something like that. If you have other questions, make sure, I mean, you can message me on Instagram or, here on YouTube. And yeah, that was it. Thank you for watching. And, for whoever watches this later, you feel free to subscribe to my channel. I mean, you can leave a small like because that feels good. Yeah, and a comment. We love interaction. And yeah, it is what it is. Thank you so much. I think I'll be out. Yeah. Again, if you have anything to say to me, come to Instagram. Follow me on Instagram because that is where I'm most active and I will gladly answer your questions. Okay, I'm out then. Bye-bye.